So this is Poison Ivy 2, and if you've not seen the first one, don't worry, you don't need to. We start with this couple having sex. Right after he's finished, he tells her it's not working out and she fucks off. That's nice. Cut to this alternative-looking girl who's waiting for a bus. Oh look, it's Alyssa Milano. Ugh. She's the main character in this and her name is Lily. She seems to be starting college. Now I don't normally mind 90s alternative music, but this stuff is so bad, the singing is out of tune.
Nothing I won't do.
So turns out she's an art student, and oh look, her teacher is the guy who was having sex earlier. Brilliant. And it's a life drawing class, so someone's naked already. Yeah. The guy sat next to her is Graydon, and he must be cool because he's got bleached hair and earrings. And here's the house she's moving into. It's disgusting and covered in graffiti. Turns out Graydon lives there too. Yeah. So here's a list of the housemates. There's Lily, Graydon, this miserable bitch Tanya, Bridget, a weird dancer, and Robert, a creepy cello man with a rubbish hat. Lily finds a box of stuff in her room, and there's a diary in it belonging to someone called Ivy. This is the only link to the first film. Graydon is a sculptor, and he's made this monstrosity in the backyard. On campus, Lily has put a message on the board advertising herself as a babysitter for hire, and it looks like her creepy teacher has taken it. The teacher is Donald, and he starts getting pretty sleazy with Lily in class. Graydon looks over in disgust as if he's seen this all before, so he kicks off and it's upset Lily. Back at home, Graydon explains to Lily that it was nothing to do with her, and he says he's sorry.
I'm sorry about earlier. It had nothing to do with you.
Now it's time to look through Ivy's diary. The diary has for some reason convinced Lily that she needs to be more of a slut.
Oh, I see.
She finds an anonymous love letter under her door, which is a bit weird. Then she gets a phone call offering her a babysitting job. Yes, it's from Donald's wife. She's forgiven Graydon now and they're out for a walk. Well, they've walked 10 yards into the backyard towards Graydon's monstrosity. He explains that Donald is a creep and is always trying to bang his female undergrads.
Especially when they look like you.
Then they kiss. She starts reading the diary again, and sorry, but I'm going to leave all diary bits out from now on, because they're just an excuse for sex scenes and don't add anything to the story. Lily has now cut a couple of inches off her hair, and she's acting as if she's never seen anything like it. It's ridiculous, she looks exactly the same. Donald has now seen Lily hanging around with Graydon, and he's followed her into what looks like the campus museum. He suggests that either something very tragic or very exciting must have happened to Lily to warrant such a drastic change to her hair.
See, women only change their hair when it's one of the two.
She's taken 2 inches off. She looks exactly the same. While he's flirting with her, in walks his wife Angela. I think this is Donald's house now, as it's got loads of paintings up. I'm no artist and I appreciate art is subjective, but these paintings are crap. Donald's daughter explains to Lily that Daddy doesn't paint anymore because Mummy says it makes him crazy. The daughter's name is Daphne, by the way. Like Daphne, but with an A instead of an E at the end. After babysitting, Donald gives Lily a lift home in the midlife mobile.
Where was it you said you were from?
You'll laugh.
I'm not sure about you, but I can't think of anywhere she can say she's from that would make anyone laugh.
Kalamazoo, Michigan. Born and bred.
Brilliant. Anyway, when he drops her, he tells her she can come to the studio anytime because he'd like to see the rest of her work.
Yeah, I'm in the studio every afternoon.
Oh dear. Graydon has ridden past and seen Donald dropping Lily off. Later, Lily approaches Graydon at the monstrosity and they're both wearing rubbish hats. They start having shots and this gives Lily the confidence to reveal her shocking new look.
You don't like it?
No, I think you look incredibly sexy.
She's cut 2 inches off and she looks exactly the same. Graydon tells Lily he saw her getting out of Donald's car, but she explains she's just his babysitter. And then they bang. The next day, Lily has gone to the studio to show Donald her work. I reckon it's shit, but he tells her it's good, probably because he's trying to shag her.
Boys will be boys.
Lily thinks it's funny that Donald can judge and teach art but won't even paint himself anymore.
Think that's funny?
No, actually, I think it's bullshit.
Then they start talking about art as if Lily is about to enter some fighting tournament to the death.
To be an artist, to be a serious artist, you have to be willing to sacrifice everything. You have to confront your demons and go into battle with them.
I'm ready for that.
Really?
It's ridiculous. This is an art class at college. Just imagine people having this conversation about another subject. You need to sacrifice everything, do you? No, you need a pencil and paper.
I lost a few battles along the way myself.
Maybe I can help you face your fears And you could help me face mine.
You sure?
Ooh, he's going to draw again. The hard-on he's got for Lily has inspired him. In reality, this is just the film's excuse to make her get her kit off. She starts by just revealing her shoulder, but he's like, yeah, and the rest. And now all perspective has gone and all she cares about is art and Donald. Why is Donald making this face while he's drawing, as if he's hitting the high notes on a guitar?
What an idiot.
And all this carries on in this montage. Okay, that is rubbish, and I reckon I can do better. Okay, maybe not. But he's supposed to be an art teacher. This looks like a caricature you'd get a homeless person to do on the street. Anyway, later, Bridget warns Lily that they're having a party at the house and that it could get loud. Then she goes out to the monstrosity to tell Graydon. They hug and Lily sees this out of her window, so clearly she assumes they're shagging and thinks, right, in that case, I'm going to be even more of a slag. So for the party, she decides to dress like a hooker, pierce her belly button and draw a fake tattoo on.
First you cut off all your hair, and now you're smoking?
Right, she has not cut off all of her hair. She's cut 2 inches off and she looks exactly the same. Also, she's had 1 cigarette. Grow up. What is this? Why does this happen in films? People arrive at a party or a bar and people are aggressively dancing in their face. Just fuck off. This is also the weirdest party ever. Lily starts dancing with this hooded figure in this weird mask to try and make Graydon jealous. They kiss and it turns out it's Robert, the weird cello man.
Oh my god.
Oh my god? I think that's a bit harsh. He's not that bad. She's acting as if he's pulled the mask off and it's her fucking dad.
That's disgusting.
Anyway, now Lily is dancing with Graydon and they're kissing. So apart from Donald, who's outside looking at them from the midlife mobile, everyone's happy, so they bang. Next morning they wake up late and oh no, they're going to be late for Donald's class. Apparently they don't have any other classes, it's just Donald's. While she's getting ready, Graydon starts going through her stuff and sees a load of the love letters she's been getting under the door. He assumes they're from Donald, but Lily thinks they're from Robert the weird cello man. Donald's wife Angela has come to the studio and discovers that Donald's been painting again, so she's worried he's having an affair. I'd be more worried if he hadn't been painting, considering he's at the studio every day.
Yeah, I'm in the studio every afternoon.
What else is he going to be doing there? Anyway, Angela confirms for the audience that Donald has done this before, started drawing one of his students and then shagging them.
Guys will be guys.
As she leaves, Lily arrives. Donald tells Lily that he's never felt this way about anyone before and he's in love with her, and then they bang. But someone knocks on the door and kills the moment. Lily instantly regrets what happens, but Donald is annoyed he didn't get to finish. In bed that night, Angela starts trying to instigate something, but Donald's not interested because all he can think about is Lily. If by any chance there's any female watching this video, if your boyfriend or husband doesn't want to have sex one night, that doesn't automatically mean that he's having an affair. I'm not saying he's not, but he could just be tired or he could have recently knocked one out. Anyway, next day, Lily goes to see Graydon at the monstrosity and apologises for how she's been behaving. So now they're boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah. Right, okay, now this is just ridiculous. It's Thanksgiving and Donald's wife has invited Lily round for Thanksgiving dinner without telling Donald, and Lily has brought Graydon.
What?
Why would any of them do this? Angela suspects Donald is having an affair with one of his students. Lily has been having an affair with Donald until yesterday. Graydon suspected Lily was having an affair with Donald, who he already hates. But anyway, that's what's happening, and the whole thing is so awkward it's painful.
Me and Donald agree on a couple things. Like your beauty, for example.
Ugh. Daphne is tired and says she wants Daddy and Lily to take her to bed. So after they leave her room, there's this hideous scene.
What does it feel like I'm doing?
Now, this is all Donald's doing. Lily has had no say in the matter. But Daphne comes out of her room and sees, as does Donald's wife. Graydon has been alerted to the scene too and assumes it was two-way, so he's annoyed as well. Daphne has run into the middle of the road and has been hit by a car. She's lying lifeless on the floor, but Donald and his wife are arguing about what's just happened. Then Graydon just punches Donald. Lily has run home and tears all the art off her walls. And she's putting all the Ivy stuff away too, because that was making her into too much of a slag. Graydon comes home and tells her that Daphne is going to be fine. But someone's bashed him over the head and knocked him out. Oh, it's Donald. Lily and Donald are now fighting. Graydon is back up and trying to help her, but he's rubbish and Donald batters him. Robert, the weird cello man, tells Donald the police are on their way, so Donald throws him down the stairs. Anyway, after a load of other nonsense, this ends with Donald slipping off the edge of the roof and dying. So that's all that over. Robert is back on his cello, Graydon is back working on the monstrosity, and Lily is back in her normal clothes. She comes up to the monstrosity to apologise to Graydon again. Basically, the excuse is, oh, it's because I'm from Kalamazoo, Michigan, and I started reading this slutty diary.
That's a crock of shit.
And he's fine with that. Brilliant. So until next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and check out this other video. Thank you.